Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Political Job Interview, where I interview candidates running for election. I'm Vincenzo Calla, the host, and today I take on the role as the boss, giving a job interview to today's candidate, Yvette Ashiri. Yvette is running for election for Ottawa City Council as a candidate for Ward 19, Orléans South-Navan. Thank you, Yvette, for your time, and thanks for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's great to have you here, and let's get this job interview started. As with any good job interview, I'm going to start off with an opportunity to learn more about Yvette. So the first question is, tell me a bit about yourself and your story.
Well, first, I would like to say again, thank you for inviting me here today. So my name is Yvette Ashiri. I am a mother, a wife, a mother of two, a public servant. I'm also the elder of a family of 5 kids. My background really, I was born in the Congo, DRC, where I grew up, and also had the opportunity to live in France, and here I am in Canada. So that's about me. What can I say? I am a very engaged community organizer, also a community builder. I've been serving my community for many, many years, in supporting the community with social equity when it comes to services, when it comes to healthcare services as well, protecting our women, our young girls from gender-based violence. I've been serving the community and the youth with leadership. I would say that I've done a lot of things in our community, and my objective in that is really to make sure that everyone in our community is served equally, but also can strive, and feel that they belong, and that their needs are met. So as simply as that.
So I wanted to ask you now, why have you decided to run for this position? What made you decide that you were going to run in your community, run for councillor?
So this is my second time running. I first ran in 2020 at the by-election, the Cumberland by-election. It was the first time I ran. And at that time when I decided to run, I was approached by, members of a community, but also there was a need for a new leadership. There was a need for a new city councillor. And after listening and living in this community for over a decade with my family, the issues that residents have been sharing, and myself have experienced, needed someone who's able to address them with concrete actions, but someone also who will be ready to really serve the residents, and also break all the status quos. What I've been hearing a lot is that the residents, they were not heard, and they are still not heard, right? So they needed a balance, to have a balance and a more democratic city and also ward. So I jumped in. That was a natural move, I would say. I've been serving the community, as I mentioned, bringing people together, working with, at all level of governments, with the federal, the provincial, the municipal. I've been working with everyone, and to me it was just a natural move to move a step ahead, and so to have, of course, more support, because when you're an elected official, you can then, do even more. So it's really about serving this community in a larger way, and putting my skills up front, and my passion for this community. And here I am, of course, so running again for the same reasons. But of course, after seeing everything that has happened in the past month, really I told myself and my team, pushed by my team and many other members of the community, supporters who supported us in the first campaign. They really wanted, to have a city councillor who will be there to represent them, a stronger voice, also someone who really put the work and who walk the talk as well. So here we are again.
Let's take a bit of time now to talk about this job and what you bring to it. So I wanted to ask you, what experience do you bring to this job?
So the experience I bring is a lot of a leadership experience that comes from the many organizations I've been part of, the different board of directors where I'm sitting, including the Montfort Hospital, Collège La Cité, various parent school council board as well. It's a collaborative also type of leadership that I'm bringing at the table. We are in a time where really the city council needs to sit and work together and reflect on what matters to the people. What is important and the most urgent at this time? We are we are still facing this pandemic where mental health has been affected, local economy has been impacted, and we should think, what is it? Inflation's all over us, and we should think, what is it? Are we serving our resident well? Are we responding to their needs? And I will tell you the answer is no. I've been knocking doors with my team, and I can tell you that during the pandemic and after pandemic, people they still feel that they are being left out. So we're talking about simple services such as public transportation, for example, here in the East End. Buses being delayed at all time, buses not being closer to the neighborhoods. We're in a country where we have 6-7 month winter. So I can tell you that if you have to work 30 minutes or wait 40 minutes for a bus that has been delayed is way too much. So for not only for your health, but for the safety as well. When it's dark now, it's getting dark very early by 7 p.m. So for the safety, the security as well, the parents, the students, the seniors, they are not feeling that they are being served when it comes to that. Now, if we go in the rural area, for example, many roads, we're talking about 30 plus years, places that has been left, undeveloped, not built, roads that are terrible. And again, this has not been taken care of. The people in the rural area, they really feel that they have been forgotten, and it is true. I live right beside, I'm really in the middle of the rural and the suburban area. So there are many needs that our resident would like to see change for, and this is only I'm bringing that up. That's what I'm hearing mostly at the door, and also when it comes to food insecurity, right? So we are with the pandemic, we know how it has been tough for small businesses, but here we are, the development industry continue to build, and getting rid of all our farmlands. What will become to our food if we don't have any more farmers, right? So we're talking about sustainability, we're talking about future as well. So at a moment, we need to sit and work together, but prioritize the needs of the people. And that's why I'm running. And these are the things that I bring at the table to make sure that no one is forgotten, but that we really focus on what matters to our residents. And when it comes to municipal politics, which is the closest to us, everybody should be involved. It shouldn't be a small group and then others are forgotten. Yes, democracy is about listening to the majority, but we should not forget those who didn't also mention, those who didn't come forward because they were not invited at the table. So I want everybody to be invited at the table, and that's what I have the intention to do.
So I wanted to ask you now, what sets you apart from the other candidates who are running in this ward?
Well, all that I just mentioned now, what set me apart is really that mindset, that way of collaborating. I've been involved with Junior Chamber International, which is a great organization, 106 plus years. And there is a type of governance that put forward, first of all, the brotherhood of nation. There is a governance that put forward, of course, democracy, but also that put forward transparency, accountability. And these are the things that I'm bringing at the table. I am, I would say, the example of what I'm sharing. I've been working in this community, and I've done the work, and I will continue to do the work because it's important for me to serve my community. It's really that. It's about serving, and it's not about a dictatorship or doing things that the resident they don't care about.
Part of serving as an elected official is serving the people who elect you. So a few questions about how Yvette wants to serve the people. So I want to ask you, what's something that the people of your ward need that you want to get done if elected? What's something you want to do if elected?
So we talk about improving roads, improving our roads, the safety on our streets. These are things that I'll be working on. Public transportation, making sure that we have buses closer to the neighborhood, more frequent as well. These are the things I'll be working on if I have a chance to be an opportunity to be elected.
And finally, I wanted to ask you, what's one accomplishment that you have achieved that demonstrates why you'll be a good elected official if the people choose you? Maybe something that you are very proud of that you've done.
Wow. There are so many accomplishments. I don't know which one to tell the truth to choose. But what I can say among all those accomplishments is about bringing people together. That's something I've been collaborating with many organizations, community organizations, associations, also, stakeholders, agencies. I am really in the community, with the youth, with the seniors, with the middle class, with everyone. So I can say that's really one of the accomplishments or that I can mention. And of course, I think I love to see, I love to let people talk about my accomplishments and not me talking about them,
Thank you, Yvette, so much for joining me today.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
It was great having you, and I'm sure the viewers have enjoyed hearing what you have to offer to them. Election day is the 24th of October, 1 week from today. And if you liked hearing what Yvette Ashiri had to say and live in Ward 19, Orléans South-Navan, you have the opportunity to vote for her on election day. Check with your local election officials for more details. To stay updated, make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at VC Productions25. Check out my website, VincenzoCalla.com. Make sure to like, subscribe, and just get notifications here on YouTube. The Political Job Interview is a VCalla production. So until the next video, I'm Vincenzo Calla, signing out.